The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 7th of March, 1660. Ash Wednesday. In the morning I went to my lord at Mr. Crewe's. In my way Washington overtook me, and told me upon my question whether he knew of any place, now a void that I might have, by power over friends, that this day Mr. G. Montague was to be made Custos Rotulorum for Westminster, and that by friends I might get to be named by him Clerk of the Peace, with which I was, as I am in all new things, very much joyed. So when I came to Mr. Crewe's, I spoke to my lord about it, who told me that he believed Mr. Montague had already promised it, and that it was given him only that he might gratify one person with the place I looked for. Here, among many that were here, I met with Mr. Lyons, the surgeon, who promised me some seeds of the sensitive plant. I spoke too with Mr. Pierce, the surgeon, who gave me great encouragement to go to sea with my lord. Thence going homewards, my lord overtook me in his coach and called me in, and so I went with him to St. James's, and George Montague being gone to Whitehall, we walked over the park thither, all the way he discoursing of the times and of the change of things since last year, and wondering how he could bear with so great disappointment as he did. He did give me the best advice that he could, what was best for me, whether to stay or go with him, and offered all the ways that could be, how he might do me good with the greatest liberty and love that could be. I left him at Whitehall, and myself went to Westminster to my office, with a nothing to do, but I did discourse with Mr. Falconbridge about the squire's place, and had his consent to get it if I could. I afterwards in the hall met with Will Simmons, who put me in the best way how to get it done. Thence by appointment to the Angel in King Street, where Chetwynd, Mr. Thomas and Doling were at oysters, and beginning Lent this day with a fish dinner. After dinner Mr. Thomas and I by water to London, where I went to Herrings and received the £50 of my lord's upon Frank's bill from Worcester. I gave in the bill and set my hand to his bill. Thence I went to the Pope's Head Alley and called on Adam Chard, and bought a catcall there. It cost me 2 groats. Thence went and gave him a cup of ale. After that to the Sun behind the Exchange, where meeting my uncle White by the way, took him with me thither, and after drinking a health or two round at the Cock, Mr. Thomas being gone thither, we parted, he and I homewards, parted at Fleet Street, where I found my father newly come home from Brampton very well. He left my uncle with his leg very dangerous, and do believe he cannot continue in that condition long. He tells me that my uncle did acquaint him very largely what he did intend to do with his estate, to make me his heir and give my brother Tom something, and that my father and mother should have likewise something to raise portions for John and Paul. I pray God he may be as good as his word. Here I stayed and supped, and so home, there being Joyce Norton there and C.H. Glassock. Going home, I called at Watton's and took home a piece of cheese. At home, Mr. Shepley sat with me a little while, and so we all to bed. This news and my lord's great kindness makes me very cheerful within. I pray God make me thankful. This day, according to order, Sir Arthur Hasselrig appeared at the house. What was done, I know not, but there was all the rumpers almost come to the house today. My lord did seem to wonder much why Lambert was so willing to be put into the Tower, and thinks he has some design in it. But I think that he is so poor that he cannot use his liberty for debts, if he were at liberty, and so it is a good and better for him to be there than anywhere else.